Hey guys, this is Rich, and boy is it cold here in Portland, Oregon, and there's lots of ice on the road. And so I'd like to cover with you a little tutorial on how to drive on ice. And just to start off with, ice is very dangerous, especially black ice. And what is black ice? Black ice is ice that looks like the road, looks like the blacktop, but it's actually ice. And so sometimes you don't know if you're driving on ice or driving on the road in these conditions. And one of the most important things to learn when you're driving on ice is that you need to have a good distance between you and the driver in front of you. And you can't always stop other people from following close behind or doing stupid things. So drive offensively, and that means watch your back and your front and your sides. And speaking of sides, you can see how this road slopes a little bit to the side, and all roads do that for rain and drainage. But you need to be careful about driving next to those sides, because in ice the road slopes to the side and so will you. So you got to be careful about that. So try to, if at all possible, drive in the middle of the road, not in the middle of the road, but in the most level place of the road. So that's a good rule to follow when driving in ice. Another one is give a little one of these, back and forth every once in a while to make sure your drive, to kind of assess your ice situation. So how slippery it is. It gives you an idea of how slow and how fast you ought to be going. And when coming to a stop, and you see how far I'm following behind this guy, because I don't know when that light up there is going to turn. And people are freaked out when it comes to ice. So when that light starts to turn, people will preemptively start to stop before they even get there. And so you should be prepared. Now here's a dangerous road, and we're going right down it. So I'm traveling way behind this guy, because if I start to slide, I want ample space to be able to stop between me and him. And when you're stopping on ice and you start to slide, what you want to do is you don't want to keep braking, pressing those brakes. You want to tap. You want to tap those brakes. You want to feel for every little piece of dry road you can find along the way. And you want to just keep tapping those brakes and moving slowly down the road. That's the trick to driving on ice. Not so slow that you irritate everybody, but slow enough to where you're being safe. And so those are the big rules to follow when driving on ice. Is watch your slopes, test the road, tap your brakes, and follow a good distance behind those in front of you. And that's Rich with Driving on Ice. I'm out.